So, you want to retire early? Excellent. Let's ruin some dreams together. I'm talking about the 100 rule of retirement, the simple formula that tells you how much money you actually need to quit your job and finally stop pretending to enjoy Monday meetings. Stick around because we're breaking it down Aware global style. Funny, fast, and just a tiny bit financially responsible. Let's roll. What is the 100 rule, you ask? It's beautifully simple. You take the number 100 and subtract your age. The result is the percentage of your investment portfolio that should be in growth assets. Think things like shares or ETFs. For example, let's say you're 40 years old. 100 minus 40 equals 60. That means 60% of your portfolio should be in growth assets. And the remaining 40% should be in defensive stuff like bonds, cash, or your emotional support term deposit. The younger you are, the more time you have to recover from market bumps. So you can afford to take on more risk for potentially higher returns. As you get closer to retirement age, the rule guides you to shift more of your money into safer, more stable investments to protect what you've built. It's a straightforward way to balance risk and reward as you move through life. But wait, does that mean I can retire with just $100? No, you genius. This isn't monopoly money we're talking about. The 100 rule is all about balancing risk in your investment portfolio, not about the total amount of money you've saved. It's a guideline for asset allocation. If you're 30, you have a long investment horizon ahead of you, so you can afford to be more aggressive and take on more risk with your investments. You have decades to ride out the market's ups and downs. But if you're 60 and on the cusp of retirement, you probably shouldn't be YOLOing your life savings into something like Dogecoin. At that stage, capital preservation becomes much more important. The goal is to protect your nest egg, not to gamble it away on a whim. So the rule helps you adjust your strategy over time, becoming more conservative as you age to safeguard your retirement funds. Okay, so let's get down to the real talk. How much money do you actually need to quit work for good? This is where we combine the 100 rule with another powerful concept, the 25x rule. It's shockingly simple. First, you need to figure out exactly how much money you spend each year. Track everything: rent, food, bills, travel, that weirdly expensive coffee habit. Once you have that annual spending number, you multiply it by 25. That final figure? That's your magic number. That's the amount of capital you need to have invested to be considered financially independent. For example, if you spend $40,000 a year to live comfortably, you'll need a nest egg of $1 million. This brings us to the secret sauce, geo-arbitrage. It's a fancy term for a simple, brilliant concept. You earn your money in a strong currency, like Australian or US dollars, but you spend it in a country with a much lower cost of living, like many places in Southeast Asia. This makes your money stretch like you're doing yoga in Bali. Let's put it in perspective. In a city like Sydney, $2,000 a month might just cover your rent, and that's being optimistic. But take that same $2,000 a month to a city like Da Nang in Vietnam. There, it could cover your rent, all your food, daily massages, a surfboard, and you probably have enough left over to buy your own tuk-tuk. It's not about being cheap. It's about being smart. You're leveraging global economic differences to upgrade your lifestyle for a fraction of the cost. You can live like royalty on a budget that would barely get you by back home. This single strategy can shave years, even decades, off your working life. So forget those overly complex spreadsheets for a moment. The real formula for financial freedom is simpler than you think. It's compounding plus consistency plus caffeine, all multiplied by about 10 years of effort. You don't need to be fabulously rich or a stock market wizard. What you need is to be boringly consistent. Set up your automatic deposits and low-cost index funds, and let the magic of compounding do the heavy lifting. Compounding is the eighth wonder of the world for a reason. It doesn't care about your excuses, your market predictions, or your feelings. It only cares about your deposits and the time they have to grow. That's it. Start early, stay consistent, and let time work in your favor. The power isn't in timing the market. It's in timing the market. That steady, disciplined approach is what truly builds wealth over the long term. Before you hand in your notice and book a one-way ticket to paradise, there's one final crucial step, the lifestyle test. You need to test drive your retirement. For 3 months, try living on your projected retirement budget. And I mean really live on it. No cheating. If your plan is to live on $2,000 a month, then that's your limit. Pay your bills, buy your groceries, and see what's left for everything else. This isn't just about the numbers. It's a psychological test. Can you handle the financial constraints? Do you feel deprived or liberated? It forces you to confront the reality of your plan. If you can get through those 3 months without feeling miserable or having to sell your AirPods to make ends meet, then congratulations. You're not just financially ready. You're mentally ready to make the leap. It's the ultimate reality check before you make an irreversible decision. So there you have it, the 100 Rule of Retirement and a roadmap to financial freedom. It's not about get-rich-quick schemes. It's about a smart, sustainable strategy. Save smart, invest even smarter, and plan to spend your 60s doing yoga on a beautiful beach instead of screaming into the void of Centralink's hold music. Your future self will thank you for the boring, consistent work you put in today. If you found this helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more tips on living a better life for less. And don't forget to check out the links in the description below for my favorite travel and finance tools, because spreadsheets and sunsets can absolutely coexist. I'll see you somewhere cheaper, but a whole lot happier.